Good morning, ma'am. This is my presentation for my subject TM72 or 722 Computer Programming and System Design. Good morning, Dr. Irish. I'll go be the professor of CTU, one of the professors in CTU Dan Bantayan. My program will be on ATM machine transactions in C program. So this will be the flow chart for check balance. So the process will be if I go to the bank, then insert my ATM card, I'll be asked by the machine to enter PIN or the personal identification number. If my PIN is 1520, if I input an incorrect PIN, I will be directed back to the enter PIN. And if it is correct, I'll be directed to the transaction menu. And I select the check balance. Then the balance will be displayed. Then I'll be asked if there is another transaction that I would like to make. I'll be directed back to the transaction menu. And if I have no other transaction, then I will proceed with the end transaction. Next will be the deposit flow chart. So I enter the PIN, and if my PIN is 1520, and if I enter incorrectly, I'll be directed back to the enter PIN. And if my PIN is correct, I'll be directed to the transaction menu. And I will select deposit from the transaction menu and enter the amount I desired. And the machine will display the amount. Then I'll be asked with another transaction, and if yes, I'll be directed back to the transaction menu. And if not, that will be the end of my transaction. Next will be the withdraw flowchart. So it will start with I enter the PIN. After that, if PIN one is if my PIN is correct or incorrect, I'll be directed back to the enter PIN. And if it is correct, I'll be directed to the transaction menu. And I select withdraw. Enter the amount to withdraw, then the machine will display the amount, and also it will display balance. I'll be asked if there is another transaction that I would like to make. I'll be directed back to the transaction menu. And if not, I'll be ending my transaction. Thank you. This time I will present my program using the C program in this one. So the first thing I did is I use this as the constant variable, the include, #include, and stdio.h. Then unsigned long amount value 0. Then deposit and withdraw. The integer choice pin k and character transaction value for this y void main. Then I just use the while condition, ma'am, for this transaction, for enter pin transaction. So print f, enter your secret pin number, this one, then scan f, then I enter this variables or function. Then if pin is not equal to 1520, for example, there is a wrong pin that I entered, so that will be I'll be asked for this one. Please enter the valid password or the pin. And if it's correct, I'll be directed to welcome to the ATM service. Then I'll be asked to check balance, choice, check balance, withdraw cash or deposit cash or quit. So first thing, each transaction, I will use this one, switch for the first transaction. For each transaction, for this one, your balance is, so then enter the amount for this second one. If I ask for balance or check balance, followed by if I would like to withdraw. So this is the function. Then I use also this one, else if, for the withdraw transaction. Then direct to this one, last will be the printf. So I will run this program. I'll try to run this program up. So this one, I'll just adjust this one up. I'll run the program. So for example, if I enter a wrong pin, so what will happen? The result, so my pin is invalid. So I'll just have to enter again the right pin. My right pin is, what was my right pin? 10, my pin was 1520, 1520. Then there you go. There will be, so the machine will present the welcome to ATM service, check balance, withdraw cash or deposit cash. So first, we'll try with the check balance. I enter 1 choice. There you go. So my balance is 0. So I will put or deposit cash in my account. So I will choose 3 deposit. For example, I want to deposit amount of 5,000. Okay. The entered amount deposit 5,000. It was presented on the machine will present this one. Then the balance is 5,000. Then I will try to withdraw. Exceeds from the amount. For example, I would like to withdraw more than 5,000, 5,500, which is impossible. The machine will not release this amount because it's not my balance. So invalid choice. The result will be invalid choice. So I will input the right amount, or does not exceed from the balance that I have. Because since I have 5,000 pesos, I will enter, for example, 3,000 pesos. I will withdraw. Oh no, I'll go back to number 2, withdraw choice, then enter the amount, 3,000 for example. The result will be, okay, so the amount I withdrawn is 3,000. So the remaining balance that I have is 2,000. So I will be asked by the machine if I wish to have another transaction. Then I'm done. So I will quit. Choose number 4 and enter. So uh so since I have to select yes or no if I wish to end the transaction. So it's yes, Y for yes and N for no. So I enter N. Okay. So thank you for using our ATM service. That will be the last part. And program finished with the exit code. So thank you so much, ma'am. That will be my presentation. And thank you.